Okay, so those who know me know that the Great Recession of 2008 is very near and dear to my heart. And I did my first media project on how my family was personally impacted by the recession. And I wanted to do my second project on getting feedback from other people who have been impacted. And so I have here Ritz Bartolome, a good friend of mine that I work with. We work for the same company, and I wanted to ask her a few questions and get her take as someone who isn't even from the United States on the Great Recession. So Ritz, as you know, everything kind of fell apart in 2008. Everybody started losing jobs and things of that nature. Do you feel like you've personally been impacted by the Great Recession? And if so, how?
Yeah, definitely. Well, it has changed the quality of our lives because, the constant fear of losing your job, you have to take on a lot more work and a lot more pressure, and the goals and incentives are close to impossible to actually hit, to attain.
I understand.
Yeah, and with the salary freeze, the salary has stayed forever the same. It's like 4 years and constant increase in prices of gas, commodities. We can barely pay for our rent. Also the food. We don't shop for clothes anymore. It's really tight. It has definitely impacted us.
Do you see yourself, even though you're employed, as being underemployed? I mean, so much focus has been on those who have actually lost their jobs and haven't been able to attain new ones. But I don't think enough attention is being paid to people who are underemployed. Do you see yourself as being underemployed, meaning not paid adequately for the work that you produce? The fact that you're going to work every day and can't really get ahead. Has that been your experience?
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Every day, you just think, where does the money go? You go to work every day. You take on so much more. You can't even complain because, you might lose your job.
Right.
So it's hard. It's like you're going in circle. And you're always running, going nowhere.
Right. How has the recession changed you personally?
Well, since the recession started, a lot of negativity came into play in my life, and I have to actually focus on my goals because it's so demoralizing. It's like I am so tired, but I can't stop working because I have 2 kids. I need to have a roof over their heads, put food on the plate, on the table. It's hard. It's hard to be very positive. It's hard to be happy. But I'm trying my best because it's not going to help me.
Right.
If I become negative, all the time.
Right. So definitely you feel your family has done worse since the recession.
Oh yeah. We can't even go to theme parks. We can't even go to movies.
Right.
We have to make do with what we have, the little that we have. It's really tight, and I feel sorry for my kids. They just got here, and they already feel the recession, and it's not fair. But what can we do?
Right. Any last words before we conclude? Anything you want people to take away from this, or that you want those out there who may see this to remember?
Well, it's not always gonna be this bad. So there's always hope. And for me personally, I have God, and I pray every day that we'll be able to make it, and that someday we'll be able to, afford things more than the basics.
Okay. Well, thank you for taking time to speak with me today. That concludes our interview.
Thank you.
You're welcome.